They asked the black girl to sing as a joke. When she stepped onto the stage, whispers filled the room. She can't be serious. Wait till you hear this. It's going to be hilarious. Just a quiet girl with a mic in her hand, they thought. She wasn't expected to shine. She was meant to be a punchline. But the moment she opened her mouth, the air changed. Her voice echoed through the auditorium, rich, soulful, and full of power. The judges froze in silence. The ones who mocked her had nothing left to say. Phones started recording. History quietly began to write itself. She came from a small southern town, the kind of place where dreams often outgrew the soil they were planted in. At 16, she was quiet, artistic, and deeply passionate about music. Her voice had only ever been heard by her family and her church. School was different. She was the only black girl in her grade, and she carried the weight of invisible stares and whispers that never held kindness. She kept to herself, headphones in, notebook in hand. When the school announced a talent show, she hesitated. It wasn't until her best friend pushed her to sign up that she finally agreed. What she didn't know was that behind closed doors, her name had already become a joke. They didn't believe she'd show up, and they definitely didn't believe she'd be any good. To them, she was just another stereotype. The auditorium buzzed with excitement on the day of the show. Backstage, she clutched the mic, hands damp with sweat. Act after act performed, some talented, some simply popular. But when her name was called, the mood shifted. A few laughed under their breath. "Oh, this will be good," someone muttered with a smirk. She heard it. Everyone did. As she walked slowly to the center of the stage, her heart pounded. The judges barely glanced up. A group of boys in the front nudged each other, smirking. The spotlight hit her face. For a moment, the room was silent. No music, no movement, just tension. Then a voice from the audience shouted, "Don't be shy now," laughter. Her cheeks burned, but she closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and waited for the track to begin. Then everything changed. Her voice rose, powerful and haunting. One note, two notes. The room froze. The judges didn't move. The boys who had laughed sat still, wide-eyed. It wasn't just beautiful. It was undeniable. She wasn't singing for them anymore. She was singing for herself, for every moment she had felt invisible. And they all felt it. The final note faded into silence. Not applause, just silence. The kind that holds weight. Then suddenly, thunderous clapping and a standing ovation. But the moment they had tried to humiliate her had already passed, and she had turned it into something unforgettable. That moment became her rebirth. As Tiana stepped off the stage, one of the judges hurried after her. "Why didn't you say you could sing like that?" he asked, breathless, as if she owed them an explanation. She simply smiled and kept walking. Outside, the group of boys who had laughed earlier now stood by the parking lot, eyes lowered. One of them tried to apologize, but it wasn't about forgiveness anymore. Not today. Word had already spread. Her performance was going viral. Headlines were picking it up. Black girl silences judges who mocked her. That's what they called it. But to her, it wasn't about revenge. It was about truth finally being seen. In a single song, she overturned every assumption, shattered their comfort, and revealed their prejudice. Not with bitterness, but with brilliance. And for once, the world didn't see her as a joke, but as a force. Tiana didn't win first place that night, but she didn't need to. By the next morning, her video had racked up millions of views. The school halls, once filled with whispers, were quiet. There were no public apologies, no assemblies, just silence. But her inbox told another story. Messages poured in, praise from strangers, invitations, and notes from girls who wrote, "You made me feel seen." The same people who once laughed were now watching from the sidelines as she rose. This wasn't just about a performance. It was about what happens when voices long ignored are finally heard. It was about the quiet strength of choosing not to shrink in the face of ridicule, but to rise in defiance of it. That day, Tiana became more than just a student with a mic. She became a mirror, reflecting back to her school and to the world the very things they tried to deny.